Hey everyone, Alan Bauer here, Bay City, Michigan, on Friday evening. So tonight I want to talk about customer service because a lot of us, we like to focus, not just us, but businesses in general. Like a lot of businesses are constantly focused on getting new customers, clients, associates, and that's their main focus. But too often they forget to take care of the existing customers, clients, and associates that they already have. So I want to give you an example today. So I had a customer of ours, preferred customer, really good, loyal customer, and she had an issue. And she was ready to quit CTFO. So I found out what the issue was. And if you remember back, like last summer, we had the whole visa issue. And so then we got the other servers up, but then some people got hit with some international charges. So you had some charges here and there. Well, she had about four of them, and she submitted it to customer service, but she believes she only got paid on three and didn't get paid on the other one. So it was like just under $20 or whatever, and I'm thinking, I'll go ahead and take care of this. So I talked to her, I gather all the information. She already sent the screenshot into customer service before and everything. And so, I told her I totally understand. If it came down to it, I would have gladly paid the $20. But she's like, no, that's more of a principle thing. And she was a little upset, and she was ready to start looking for another CBD oil company. And I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'm going to go ahead and call them. I said, I'll speak to them for you. And I looked up her account number and everything because we have all that in our back office. So I had all the information I needed. I had the dates, the times, the amounts of all four of these international charges because she knew like one was charged or one was rebated back on her credit card. And then, she got a check for the other two, but she didn't remember getting the third one. So what I did, I called customer service. I got off the phone with her, reassured her, and she felt a lot better knowing that, I listened to her for one thing. I took all the information down. I reassured her. I said, hey, we really appreciate your business. You're a loyal customer. You do business with you all the time. Like I've done business. She's local here. I've done business with her in person, and then she orders offline sometimes too. But a couple times, if she doesn't have the product right there, we met up and I sold her some of the product that we had. So I definitely don't want to lose a good customer. I don't want to lose any customer. So I reassured her. I said, don't worry. I will make sure everything is taken care of today. So she felt pretty good about it. And then she started asking me, she was getting ready to place another order. She said, bigger order. I figured like maybe a 3-pack or something of the CBD oil. And she said, are you guys running any more sales on the CBD? I said, well, the last ones, we've had some other products, but not the CBD. I said, however, and I explained to her the business builder packs. And I said, I just kept it real simple. I didn't go into whole detail. I said, if you spend, I said, I don't even know what it is, like $300-400 for a silver pack, all the way up to $1,200 for a platinum. I said, there's a gold, silver, and platinum. I said, depending on how much you spend, you build your own pack, you get an additional 5, 10, or 15% discount. And I said, that's all the time. So anytime you want, you can get that sale. She's like, okay, great. So I get off the phone, I call customer service up, and I actually get Natalie at CTFO customer service. Natalie is awesome. I mean, totally, totally awesome. Like if you're ever having a bad day and you talk with Natalie, you're going to feel like, the sunshine came out on a cloudy day and you're just going to feel good, just talking to her. She's just so good at what she does. And just, you feel amazing when you get off the phone with her. I mean, and CTFO, like all the reps are like that. So Natalie looked everything up. And what I did too, I like handling some of these customer service calls. I don't want to just tell people to call in. I want to take all their information and I put it all down and I try to make it as easy as possible for customer service. So before I called Natalie, I'd already looked up, I had two of them actually to call in today, two customers that had a couple issues. So I looked up their user ID, I looked up their order numbers, all the information that I had, and I was very detailed on it. I had it all written out. So when I call customer service, I'm not wasting their time. And I'm going to be very pleasant with them because they get a rough job. Sometimes if you've ever worked customer service before, you know sometimes that you got some people that are just, they want to take everything out on you. So I'm always really, really nice to them, and because they're great. So anyway, Natalie looks everything up, and what we find out on this customer, um, instead of sending her, she figured she got paid on two of those, but she didn't realize what CTFO did. They combined all three. And the fourth one, they had already refunded it to the credit card. On the other three, and the amounts matched up. Natalie told me, it's like, hey, here's these two amounts. Boom, boom, boom. We added them up. So she'd already been paid. So, when I first called, I had to leave a message. Natalie called me back. I don't know, it was like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that later. And then, we did this. This was probably about 5 minutes on the phone with Natalie. So then I immediately went to call back the customer again, our preferred customer. Well, by the time I called her back, I explained everything. I said, hey, I just got off the line with Natalie. Here's what happened. They did refund that one, and then on the check, and I explained, and I put the numbers on, and she's like, oh, well, that's great. It's like, so she was happy. CTFO did everything right. They didn't screw anything up. And sometimes people can mess things up. I mean, we're all human. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But in this case, CTFO didn't make any mistakes. It was just some confusion. She thought she was supposed to get another check, but CTFO, did the right thing. They mailed the whole check to refund those international funds. So then the customer, while I'm still on the line with her, she says, hey, I listened to what you said about the builder packs, and she said, I actually called up CTFO and I placed my order, and they walked me through for the builder pack, and she got her bottles of CBD, and, bought them all in 3 packs, because I told her to buy them in 3 packs. I said, when you do a, like a silver pack, you get an additional 5%. You get a gold, you're going to get an additional 10 on a build your own, and 15%. So she ordered a platinum pack. And, so there's $1,000-some order right there. And this is somebody that, was ready to leave because they thought something had happened. Just a little miscommunication. We got to the bottom of it. It was solved. The bottom line is you got to make sure that the customers believe you really care about them, because I do. I want to keep everybody happy. I want to keep those existing customers. But too often, and I've been guilty of this in the past, so I've learned from my mistakes in the past. So, because so many times you're out prospecting for new people, but then you forget about all the old customers, and you just, like, hey, I already made the sale, just expect you to buy, keep buying. You got to take care of them, I'm telling you, because you never know what's going to happen. Had I not done that, one, I'd have a dissatisfied customer that would leave, and then she'd have to go find another company. And I know there's no better CBD oil out there. None. We're the only ones that have the 10X Pure, and that's one of the products she was taking. So I made sure she found out how to buy it at the cheapest price, and she did. She went in and did that. Now she's a satisfied customer again, and she's, will keep ordering like that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Take care of your customers. Make them happy, and then explain too, like when they say, hey, are there any sales coming up, you can always tell them, hey, here's the way to get it the cheapest way. And whatever somebody wants to get, I tell them, like, hey, you can buy single products. 3-pack is the next best way, and then you got the gold, silver, and platinum. So it's up to them, whatever they do. In this case, she went all the way in a platinum. Take care of your customers will take care of you. That's all I got. Thanks, and you have a good day.